The Atlanta Hawks are about to get hot. What do I mean by this? Well, recently they made a big trade with the Spurs for DeJounte Murray. They sent Danilo Gallinari and a few other players, and Gallo was waived by the Spurs, and he signed with the Celtics. The main reason why I'm talking about this is because last year they reached the conference finals. Well, this year they didn't get far, but with DeJounte Murray added to their team, the Hawks are about to get hot. Trae Young and DeJounte Murray are going to be crazy next season. Now, I'm not going to say this team wins a championship, because just having Trae Young and DeJounte Murray doesn't win you a championship. However, I think they will be a Final Four or maybe Final 8 appearance. And even if they don't reach the finals, I think they will get very far. So I think the Atlanta Hawks are something to look ahead for. And the main reason for this is that people underestimate their primary star, Trae Young. He scored the most points last season. And if he can keep up with this while giving DeJounte Murray the ball a little, this team is going to be insane. Now, the second trade I want to talk about is more important. It's a trade that's happening by the Utah Jazz. And the reason why this trade's important is because it involves the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. The Minnesota Timberwolves traded 4 players and 4 picks, including their first-round pick of this year's draft, to the Utah Jazz for Rudy Gobert. Now, why would I say this is important? Mostly because they also have Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, the Twin Towers in Minnesota are going to be very important for solely one reason. This changes the whole trade landscape of the NBA. What do I mean by this? Rudy Gobert was seriously overvalued. Considering today's trading standards. From a usual normal standpoint that I also held when I heard about this trade, this seems like a vast overpay. And it is. They basically threw away their future for a guy that is basically, he's in his prime, but he's not necessarily going to grow more. This is the highest he's ever going to be. He's probably going to get worse soon. So I don't understand why 4 players and 4 picks is the price deemed necessary. In my last video, I talked about the Kevin Durant trade happening. And the reason I'm talking about this is because they don't want to go through with the trade to the Celtics. That's why they're asking for all of those picks. So the reason for this is because of the Rudy Gobert trade. Because now the margin of value between a regular player and a superstar is much higher. Now if you want to trade for a superstar, you're going to need average players and a boatload of picks, which we barely ever seen. This will change the trade landscape of the entire NBA, may I say possibly for the worse.